I'm just thankful God had us at church instead of here, or we wouldn't have been here. You know, if we'd been home, we wouldn't have made it.
Tonight, hundreds of families devastated by tornadoes in central Arkansas are looking to rebuild their homes and their spirits. More on their recovery efforts.
If I'd gone through something like this, my family photos and my memories, that's what would be important to me.
Many volunteers across the state of Arkansas working together to bring hope to devastated areas. The inspiring story next.
And with this severe weather sweeping the south, where on campus are you safest during a storm? We'll take a live look at the best places to take cover.
Live from the University of Arkansas, this is UATV News at 9. On a Tuesday night, welcome into UATV News. I'm Jacob Pinter.
And I'm Krystle Sherrell. Thank you for joining us.
New tonight, the National Weather Service of Little Rock says the tornado that blew through central Arkansas Sunday night will be classified as at least an EF3.
That's right. Take a look at this map. The purple line shows the path of the tornado. The first tornado appears to have been a single tornado that touched down just south of Maumelle. The storm then passed through Mayflower and on to Valonia.
Storms a little farther to the northeast most likely produced a series of smaller tornadoes. Wind speed, one of the major factors in how the National Weather Service classifies tornadoes. A rating of EF3 means wind speeds between 136 and 165 miles per hour. The final rating could come in a few days or as long as a week. Cleanup underway for many people in the tornado's footprint. Local churches and other groups have been rounding up teams to help out those residents in affected areas. I was part of a UATV news crew that traveled to Valonia yesterday, and I found a volunteer group called the Arkansas Dream Center that started helping out barely 12 hours after the storm passed through.
As soon as I heard this was going on, I mean, my heart just sank. So as soon as I heard that they were putting a group together to come out here, I knew that I wanted to be part of it.
Kylie Malkmus doesn't have ties to Valonia,
Actually their home.
but she drove the 45 miles from her home in Bryant to Conway this morning to lend a hand.
I expected it to be bad, but actually coming out here is a whole different story.
She says she wasn't sure exactly what to do when she got here, so she started picking up the stuff that mattered most to her.
If I'd gone through something like this, my family photos and my memories, that's what would be important to me.
As she started picking up amid all the stuff littered where homes used to be, she designated a bag for family photos and started making a pile. And another volunteer who was nearby took notice.
They said that they know who it is, they know what she wants to save. I said I found a bunch of family photos and she seemed really excited about it.
Malkmus saved maybe a lifetime's worth of memories for a family who lost everything else. She says it's all because of the strong sense of community all over Arkansas.
And that's what's great about living in an area like this, because everyone wants to help everybody else out.
U of A students probably can relate to Malkmus's situation because she's a UAMS student, and when she left Valonia, she was headed home to work on a final project before graduation next month. Police closed off the Valonia city limits several times in the days since the tornado has hit, including a 12-hour curfew overnight Monday. An influx of volunteers with good intentions can sometimes get in the way of emergency workers, but there are several ways that you can help out without even leaving the house.
To donate to the Arkansas Red Cross or the Salvation Army, you can text the numbers you see on the screen. The Washington County Sheriff's Department is also accepting donations. They're asking for household items, toiletries, and bedding.
My Shirts Help will be giving 100% of the profits made by selling the t-shirts you see on your screen right there. The proceeds will go to multiple charities, including the American Red Cross and the International Medical Corps. The Arkansas Tornado Relief Tees are available to pre-order on the My Shirt Helps website.
Many Arkansans like to talk about the sense of community they feel here. That could mean striking up a conversation with a stranger or, like we've seen this week, dropping everything to help someone who doesn't have anything. Our own Alyssa Becker traveled to Central Arkansas and has this story of too many people trying to help out.
In the wake of devastation, an outcry of support has come from Central Arkansas communities. So much so that one Red Cross Relief Center has had to turn away donations because of the lack of space. St. Joseph's Church in Conway opened its doors for those in need. It is expected to reach capacity as curfews have been set for Valonia and Mayflower at 7 o'clock.
People of Arkansas and Conway today have just been tremendous. We have had donations like crazy.
During the rebuilding process, the Red Cross says they're prepared to feed about 300 people per meal over the next few weeks. Reporting for UATV, I'm Melissa Becker.
After that tornado moved through Valonia, a resident and his family grateful that they were at church. UATV's Tevin Wooten was in Valonia yesterday. He's back here with us now live. Tevin, you've got my attention. It sounds like a great story.
Yeah, Jacob, tonight that resident and his family are standing strong in their faith amidst a tragedy. They're picking through the rubble and finding what means most to them.
I'm just thankful God had us at church instead of here, or we wouldn't have been here. You know, if we'd been home, we wouldn't have made it.
Longtime Valonia resident Dennis King and his family were at church on Sunday night when the tornado struck their home.
So our preacher told us that everybody go down into the basements, you know, so we all went to the basement.
While at church, King saw the tornado and knew Valonia and his home were in the direct path.
Well, I knew it was, because we had one 2-3 years ago, the same path.
As King returned Sunday night, he and his son saw the entire home removed from the foundation. He found something that he and his wife will never lose again, their faith.
We found 4 or 5 of Bibles, you know, but we won't throw them away. I don't believe in throwing the Bible away.
The only thing remaining is a porch that King built with his hands. However, he could not find the tools that he used to build it.
We had a storage building, and it's gone too, you know. It was full of stuff, a lawnmower and 4-wheeler and stuff like that. It's all gone.
Standing by faith, King and volunteers found one of his most prized possessions, a cast iron table saw that King built the porch with. And yeah, as you saw in the video, that cast iron table saw was just one piece of rubble that meant so much to King and his family.
Thank you, Tevin. We have been talking about the tornadoes that have affected Central Arkansas, but for some students like Junior Ayana Gray, her hometown was under threat and close by the areas that were hit. Like other students from that area, she was concerned for her family's safety.
I'm from Little Rock in Central Arkansas, and I'm the oldest, so both of my siblings and my parents are still there. And I knew that we were in for some bad weather, and my brother actually Snapchatted me and was like, I saw the tornado.
Tornadoes touching down all over the South this week, and many asking, how safe are we here on campus? UATV's Alysson Lefler is live right outside our studio, and she's got more information on how students can stay safe during a tornado.
After multiple tornadoes have touched down in Arkansas this week, some students are wondering where it is safe to stay on campus. At home, most of the time, people would go to a tub or in a closet, but we don't have those luxuries on campus. Tonight, I'm reporting from right outside the UATV studio in Kimple Hall, and that's actually where the safest place is in this building.
Going to the closest building?
To go to the bathroom since they had no windows.
I would find a basement.
There are basics you should know when a tornado is in the area. But what if you are in class when a tornado touches down?
What we encourage people to do is get to the lowest part of the building, or at worst case, a center hallway that doesn't have windows surrounding it.
UAPD is not taking any chances that students won't know a tornado is nearby.
We have 3 sets of sirens. We'll send out a raise alert message. In addition to that, we can push a button from our dispatch center, and it will send an automated message over the fire alarm systems telling people of the tornado warning.
Unlike Alabama and Mississippi, the University of Arkansas has been lucky to avoid tornado destruction this week.
We've had a lot of warnings and even more watches, but we've never had a tornado touchdown on campus.
UAPD Captain Mills says the best way to find out about more emergency policies is from emergency.uark.edu to sign up for Raise Alert messages, and be sure to know your safety procedures in the dorms and at home. Reporting for UATV, I'm Alysson Lefler.
Good stuff there, Alysson. Some really good tips to stay safe. Well, Krystle, a little bit cooler today than it's been the past couple of days.
That's right, Jacob. So let's head outside to our favorite weatherman, Tevin Wooten, so we can take a look at our current forecast.
Really cool today. We're going to have some warmer weather, I promise, towards the end of the week and into the weekend. But today's high, it was cold, guys. I'm sorry. It was really cold. It was about 56 degrees Earlier this morning, 10:53 a.m., we did have some sunshine, and then clouds started to move in, and once they moved in, we cooled down. The low is 47 degrees and dropping tonight. Let's take a look at current conditions because it's dropping tonight. 48, and it feels like 47 degrees. Northwest winds at about 15 miles an hour. It's going to make it really cold. That feels like temperature, or that wind chill temperature. Yes, the wind chill on the hill has returned. And let's take a look at your daytime tracker to see what the wind chill is going to be like tomorrow. 39 degrees tomorrow morning. It feels like 34. A sunset at 6:25. At noon, it's 51 and feels like 51. We do have a slight chance for showers tomorrow. And then at 5 p.m., it's 54 degrees with a sunset at 8:03 in the afternoon. Again, I mentioned we're going to have some warmer weather. Some 80s are in the 5-day forecast. Stick around for that.
An arrest on campus involving not one, but 2 handguns. The report is next.
I mean, it's very scary considering a lot of us park in Garland Garage.
After a student is attacked in a parking garage, other students react about just how safe they feel in these secluded areas on campus. Keep it here. You're watching UATV News on Cox Channel 214 and on UATVonline.net.